Springs City Council meeting. If you will stand with me, I will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You can be seated. I'll now call the meeting to order. First item on the agenda is confirmation of a quorum.
Councilmember Kaler.
Present.
Tholen. Present. Rummel.
Here.
Erickson.
Present.
Markworth.
Present.
Rowan.
Present.
Mayor Levisay.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Next item is the consent agenda. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion?
Yes, Your Honor.
Councilmember Kaler.
On D, 3D, amendment with the Novak construction renovation. What was actually the amendment for?
Staff, can you tell us what was added to the Public Works building renovation?
Yeah, so, as you know, on January 21st.
You might turn on your mic, Dennis.
So, on January 21st, 2025, the council entered into a contract with Newkirk Novak. At that time, that was just for the pre-construction services. At that time, it stated that there would be an amendment brought back. This amendment is for the actual construction cost of the facility itself. So there's nothing been added to the contract. It's just, this is the next step of that process.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Any further discussion on the consent agenda? Seeing none, roll call.
Councilmember Kaler.
Aye.
Tholen. Aye. Rummel.
Aye.
Erickson.
Aye.
Markworth.
Aye.
Rowan.
Aye.
Mayor Levisay.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Next item is a proclamation for American Public Works Association Week. This is actually the National Public Works Weeks. We have several Public Works employees here in the audience with us. So I have a proclamation to officially designate this Public Works Weeks, the week of May 17th through the 23rd. I'm going to read a couple of the whereas clauses, and then council, we're going to go take a picture with our Public Works staff here. It says, whereas this week is American Public Works Association is designated as the National Public Works Week to formally recognize public works professionals as first responders. And whereas public works professionals focus on infrastructure, facilities, services that are vital and of importance in sustainable and resilient communities. And whereas the public works professionals, engineers, managers, employees at all levels of government are responsible for rebuilding, improving, maintaining, and protecting our nation's transportation, water supply, water treatment, solid waste systems, public buildings, and other facilities. As Councilmember Kaler always says, you want your water to turn on, your toilet to flush, right?
Yes, sir.
Whereas it is the public interest to gain knowledge of the ongoing interest and understand the importance of public works and public works programs. And this is the 66th Annual National Public Works Weeks, sponsored by the American Public Works Association. And now this week is a great time to recognize the efforts of public works professionals and recognize the substantial contributions they make to protecting our national health, safety, and advancing our quality of life. Therefore, the Mayor of Blue Springs and the City Council do hereby proclaim this week as the 66th Annual National Public Works Week. Can we give our public works employees a round of applause? What this really highlights, just as several of employees, that kind of specifically talks about them as first responders. They are ones, whether it's snowing or raining or whatever is happening, when the water goes out, when there's a water main break, when the pothole needs to get filled, they're the ones in all weather, in all temperatures, in all conditions, going out and doing the work. And so we greatly appreciate all that you do. If you can share that with the rest of the public works staff as well. And congratulations on Public Works Week. So council, let's go down there and take a picture. Staff, if you're willing to come up and do the same.
All right, you guys will have to get rows. We'll have to like do rows. It's too far.
Second row. You need a second row.
Here we go. All right. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you want to do Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yes, let's do that.
We'll give him another round of applause.
I got you.
Well, again, I will just echo, glad we have an opportunity to recognize our public works staff and for all they do, and so excited to do that tonight. Next item on the agenda, we actually have two public hearing continuances. So the first is for Iconic Blue Springs. I'm gonna open the public hearing, see if there's any comments from the audience or the council before I accept a motion to continue. Seeing none, I will accept the motion to continue to the June 1st city council meeting.
Your Honor, I move to continue to June 1st.
Okay, got a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion on the motion to continue? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. Motion carries. We'll continue that to June 1st. Second, I have a public hearing on Windwater to continue to the June 1st city council meeting. Let me open that public hearing. See if there's any comments from the audience or the council before I accept the motion to continue. Seeing none, accept the motion to continue to the June 1st city council meeting.
Your Honor, I'd like to continue June 1st, please.
Got a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion on the motion to continue? Seeing none, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. Motion carries. We will continue that to the June 1st city council meeting. Next, I have another public hearing, this one for the Ford Parts Storage annexation. I will open that public hearing. The city clerk has some exhibits to read for the record.
Mayor, the city has one exhibit to enter into the record. City Council information form dated May 12, 2026 with the following attachments. Staff report with attachments, site location maps, petition of voluntary annexation with attachments, affidavit of publication of the examiner on April 25th, 2026, 185-foot notification map, names, addresses of property owners within 185 feet of the site, copy of letters sent to said property owners, and bill approving annexation. This is all we have to enter for the record.
I do have to swear staff in, don't I? If you are going to speak on this, whether you're in the audience or staff, if you will stand and raise your right hand. Okay, do you swear the testimony you're about to give in this case to be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay. You will have to give us your name and address for the record when you come up, but staff, go ahead and continue with your presentation.
Yes, Chantel Fry, on behalf of the city, 903 West Main Street, Blue Springs, Missouri, 64015. Before you this evening is a request to approve an annexation of approximately 4.91 acres into the city. The property is owned by the applicant Blaine Balderston on behalf of BFRE LLC, which is located at 3110 Southwest eastbound Highway 40. The annexation into the city is required prior to the development in order to access and utilize public utility services. The subject property is currently developed and is utilized at the Ford Parts Storage Building. This request is for the public hearing and first reading of the bill for an annexation petition. The second reading of the annexation petition and annexation agreement is scheduled for June 1, 2026, City Council agenda. The annexation petition was received on March 27th of 2026, and the initial public hearing is occurring within the state statute required 60 days. Staff believes that the proposed annexation meets the general criteria for annexation as outlined in Missouri Revised Statutes of 71.012, that the property is contiguous and compact to the existing corporate limits of the city, that the annexation is reasonable and necessary to the proper development of the city, and the city is able to furnish normal municipal services to said area within a reasonable time after annexation. Staff recommends approval of this annexation. I would be happy to answer any questions, and the applicant is also here.
Are there any questions for staff from the council? Councilmember Kaler.
Yes, all the utilities are there already though, correct?
That is correct.
Thank you.
Any other questions for staff and the council? Okay, if the applicant is present, we'll come forward and answer questions, give us a presentation if you have one. Give us your name and address for the record, please.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. My name is Powell Minnis, M-I-N-N-I-S. I work for Davidson Architectural and Engineering Group in Overland Park, Kansas. We've worked with Bob and his team for many years now with additions to their Blue Springs facilities, their Lee Summit facilities. We're hoping to improve his property here in an upcoming planning and development proposal. But the first step is to ask for annexation for his property. And he's very willing and agreed to do so, yes.
Okay, any questions
You
for the
bet.
applicant from the council? All right, you did a great job, no questions.
Thank you,
No,
thank you very
for your
much.
time.
Thank you, Chantel.
All right, any other comments from the council before I go to the audience? Anyone in the audience like to speak in support of, Anyone speak in opposition to? Any other comments before I close the public hearing? I will close the public hearing. Next item on the agenda is introduction and first reading only of Bill 5403, approving the Ford Park Storage annexation.
I'll introduce it, Your Honor.
First reading of Bill 5403, an ordinance annexing 4.81 plus or minus acres of property located at 3110 Southwest Eastbound Highway 40 into the city of Blue Springs, Jackson County, Missouri.
Your Honor, I move we approve on the first reading and move to the second on the June 1st of 2026 at the city council meeting.
Okay, is there a second on the motion?
Second.
Any discussion? Okay, then all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. Motion carries. The second reading will be at the next council meeting. That is all of our business on the agenda this evening. I don't have speaker appearance forms, so we will go to council member comments. I know council members have been a lot of graduations and stuff happening at parks all these last couple of weeks, so any comments from council members before we move on? Councilmember Tholen.
Yeah, I just want to congratulate all the 2026 graduates. I had one of those that did that yesterday, so a little teary-eyed, but he moves on to the next chapter. So congratulations.
Any other council member comments?
Who did?
Councilmember Kaler?
Councilmember Erickson and myself, we had the privilege to go to the Parkway and visit with the residents there and had a good hour with them. It was very enlightening, entertaining on both everybody's perspective. They enjoyed it very muchly, which we did too. It was good to interact with them.
Your Honor, I might mention that we were incredibly good.
You did a wonderful job.
We
huh?
did a wonderful job. Jerry and I were just, back and forth. But the point was, we brought the new literature for the strategic plan and the parks and all of that, and the Eagle shirts and the memorabilia that staff put together for us. They were really, really, really happy and very positive about the city of Blue Springs. We had a resident that said she had been in town for 6 months, and she was walking around and saw young people in there going, "We love it here. Things are getting new and great," and it just kind of made us shine. That's why we were so good. We got complimented.
We appreciate you representing us well with that group. I know several council members, both last week and this week, have been attending some 5th grade graduations, so that's been fun. Councilmember Markworth and Councilmember Kaler and I went to one this week, and Councilmember Brummel went to one all by himself as well, so continue to do that this week as well. A lot of graduations and exciting things happened the last week of the school year. I also have several things. I tried to skip over a council meeting and announce Memorial Day last city council meeting, but this time it's for real. On Monday, May 25th, will be Memorial Day, and city offices will be closed. But that weekend is a lot of exciting things. I have our first concert in the park. Loose Change is going to be at Rotary Park on May 24th on Sunday. And on Friday morning at 9 a.m., the splash pad will open at Burris Old Mill Park. And then Friday at noon will be the official grand opening for Blue Surf Bay. Some of us city employees and council members got to try that out last night, and it's just as exciting as it was 3 years ago we opened it. So 2 years ago we opened it for our 3rd season. So that's exciting. Also, downtown Blue Springs on Thursday, you can bring the family out for a foam party Thursday at 6 p.m. here downtown on Main Street. So great way to end the school year when there's just a half day on Friday. So lots of exciting things happening, and that's all I have. So with that, I will accept a motion to go into executive session.
So move.
Mayor, a motion is in order for council to go into closed session pursuant to section 610.021, subparagraph 2, revised statutes of Missouri, for the purpose of privileged communications between a governmental body or its representative and legal counsel, including real estate, and that any minutes, documents, or other records discussed or taken during the closed session remain closed, and that this body stand adjourned at the completion of such session.
Now I'll
Councilman
move.
Taylor. Now you so move. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Roll call.
Councilmember Tholen.
Aye.
Brummel. Erickson.
Aye.
Markworth.
Aye.
Rowan.
Aye.
Kaler.
Aye.
Mayor Levacy.
Aye.
Motion carries.
We'll go into executive session.
Get me through the uniform.